You know that gear sitting in your closet that you swear is good enough? The stuff you defended in the comments last week? The helmet you got for $80 that looks just like the expensive ones? That gear is going to fail you. Not might fail, it will fail. I'm not talking about looking stupid. I'm talking about catastrophic, life-altering failure when you need it most. I am breaking down 11 pieces of motorcycle gear, ranked by how spectacularly they will let you down. These are not fashion critiques. This is survival intel from someone who has watched riders learn these lessons the expensive way. If you own any of these, you are exactly who this video is for. Let us get into it. Starting with the worst offenders, the brain killers. Number 1 is the carbon fiber helmets sold on Alibaba for $79.99. Real carbon fiber helmets cost hundreds of dollars because they go through strict safety testing, with multiple certifications and engineering that actually works. These knockoffs are fiberglass, spray painted with a carbon pattern, assembled in somebody's cousin's backyard. They have fake DOT stickers, no ECE certification, no Snell rating, nothing legitimate. The EPS liner, the foam that actually absorbs impact, is either soft, uneven, or missing entirely in spots. Your brain bounces around like a pinball on impact. That foam is the part that is supposed to save your life, and it is garbage. Then there is the strap system. Real helmets use tested double D rings that lock under serious force. These cheap helmets use Velcro or plastic clips borrowed from a backpack. One decent impact and your helmet becomes a projectile. It will not stay on your head. You are gambling your brain function to save $200. That is the math. Your cognitive ability versus the cost of a weekend bar tab. Number 2 is the leather half helmet with built-in sunglasses, the spiritual cousin of Ed Hardy shirts and gas station cigars. These things cover your scalp only. Your jaw is exposed. Your ears are exposed. Your entire face is completely unprotected. They come with a flimsy drop-down sunglass visor that rattles and distorts your vision, like you are looking through a Coke bottle. Most of these do not have real DOT approval, despite the fake stickers you see at biker flea markets. One crash turns your coconut shell into actual coconut flakes. Your skull fragments across the pavement like confetti. This is not a rebel look. It is road hazard cosplay. You are not making a statement about freedom. You are making a statement about not understanding basic physics. The worst part? People defend these. People will say they have been riding 20 years with their half helmet. Great. You have been lucky for 20 years. That is not the same as being smart. Every ride without a crash does not validate your gear choice. It just means you have not collected your prize yet. And when you do, that prize is reconstructive surgery or a feeding tube. But wait, it gets worse. These next items actually pretend to be full face and body protection. Number 3 is cheap off-brand modular helmets that flip open on impact. You can find these online for $89.99. Compare that to $600 for a shoey or shoe berth. The difference is not markup. It is engineering that does not fail when your face hits the ground. These cheap modulars use a hinge mechanism borrowed from a Happy Meal box. That front section that is supposed to stay locked flips open like a briefcase at 50 miles per hour impact. You bought a full-face helmet. Mid-crash, it turns into a half helmet. Your jaw hits the pavement first in a low side. That is the exact part you thought was protected. That is why you bought a full face in the first place. Real modular helmets use metal locking mechanisms. They go through double homologation testing, once as a full face and once as an open face. They are engineered to stay closed under force. These knockoffs have a plastic latch and a weak pivot point. You are trusting your chin to something cheaper than dinner for two. When that chin bar swings open, you are looking at reconstructive surgery that will cost more than a dozen real helmets. Number 4 is those Amazon armored hoodies for $29.99. The new rider trap. They think casual equals safe because it does not look intimidating. Here is what you are actually buying. Thin, loose Kevlar lining, stitched together like your grandma's quilt. No CE certified armor. The elbow and shoulder pads do not align with your actual joints when you are in riding position. One slide and that fabric rips faster than you can say regret. The zippers fail. The seams split. The sleeves ride up your arms mid-crash, leaving your forearms completely exposed. These things are built for mannequins, not sweaty high-speed humans. It is armor theater. You are the center stage clown, and the pavement is your audience. The math seems simple. $29.99 looks better than $299 until you meet the asphalt. Then you realize you paid $30 to feel protected while getting zero actual protection. You volunteered for road rash to save the cost of a tank of gas. Number 5 is armored jeans with no CE rating. Regular jeans are for brunch, not crashes. These armored versions slap the word Kevlar on the tag, but it is one tiny knee patch. Sometimes it is just yellow-dyed cotton. No CE rating means no verified impact protection. Nobody tested whether this fabric actually holds up. Denim shreds in under half a second of sliding. Your leg becomes a meat crayon drawing pictures on the highway. Most of these jeans lack armor inserts entirely, or they use flimsy foam that would not protect you from a strong hug. Real riding jeans are reinforced throughout, with CE level 1 or 2 armor in the knees and hips. Abrasion-resistant panels sit in the impact zones. Fake armored jeans are like skydiving with a tote bag instead of a parachute. Sure, you are holding something. It is not doing anything useful. You are just more comfortable on the way down. Then you hit the ground and realize comfort does not mean protection. Now let's talk about the extremities, because your hands and feet are hitting the ground first. Number 6 is boots with laces, but no ankle protection. Lace-up vintage leather looks great in photos. That's what it is built for. Photo props and coffee shop parking lots. The second you actually ride, those laces become death traps. They snag on foot pegs, they catch brake levers, and they wrap around shifters. When they catch, you go down like a sack of meat. But the real problem is what happens when you crash. No ankle armor means your ankle folds like paper in a 400-pound parking lot tip over. At 20 miles per hour, your ankle snaps like a breadstick. The bones just give up. Your foot twists backwards in ways feet are not designed to twist. People say they are not racing, so they do not need protection. Your ankle does not care about your riding style. Physics does not check your skill level before it breaks your bones. That rugged leather everyone loves, pavement shreds it like beef jerky. The abrasion resistance is a myth. Real motorcycle boots are life insurance for your feet. These lace-ups are fashion statements with consequences. Leave them for your coffee runs on foot. Number 7 is skeleton gloves with no protection. Halloween decorations for your hands. Skull knuckles, LED lights, flames, all that aesthetic garbage. Zero actual armor. No knuckle protection. No palm sliders. No padding anywhere that matters. The fabric is thinner than gym socks, stitched together with what feels like dental floss. Most of these do not even have wrist straps. They fly off on impact. Your hands absorb 100% of the force and abrasion, with nothing between your skin and the ground. Here is what people forget. You put your hands out instinctively when you are falling. It is automatic. Your brain does it without asking permission. Your hands hit first every time. You are volunteering for skin grafts, nerve damage that kills your grip strength permanently, fingers that do not work right anymore. The surgery alone costs more than a dozen pairs of real gloves. Entry-level gloves with actual protection cost the same as these skeleton decorations, sometimes less. Skeleton gloves look cool right up until your actual bones are showing through your skin. Number 8 is cheap vented summer jackets with zero abrasion resistance. Ultra-ventilated sounds great until you realize it means mosquito net on pavement. That mesh fabric disintegrates faster than your willpower at a buffet. You might as well ride in a long-sleeve t-shirt. Actually, a t-shirt might hold up better. These jackets either skip real armor entirely or use foam pads that would not protect you from a strong hug. No CE rating, no abrasion zones, no reinforcement anywhere, just airflow and wishful thinking. The manufacturers know exactly what they are selling. Comfort with the illusion of safety. Real gear balances airflow and protection. Reinforced mesh panels. Kevlar in the impact zones. CE Level 2, armor in the shoulders, elbows, and back. Proper vented jackets exist. They cost more because they actually work. These cheap mesh disasters are great for airflow right up until your skin meets asphalt. Then that airflow does not matter because you are getting air through the holes in your arms. And speaking of stupid decisions that look tactical, number 9 is tactical vests worn over a t-shirt. It is an urban commando delusion from watching too many action movies. These vests are meant for carrying gear, not for surviving crashes. They have no abrasion resistance, no armor, and zero coverage where it actually matters when you hit the ground. Your arms are bare. Your torso is exposed except for a thin nylon panel that would not stop a mosquito bite. You are tactically prepared to peel gravel out of your skin for 6 months. That thin plastic chest plate would not stop a strong breeze, let alone protect your ribs in a crash. The best part is people strap knives to these things, water bottles, multi-tools, all that everyday carry garbage. When you crash, you land on your own equipment. You become a human kebab, stabbed by your own tactical fantasy. The vest does not distribute impact, it concentrates it. Every hard object you are carrying becomes a pressure point driving into your body. These vests are always paired with jeans, sneakers, and no gloves. The vest does not cancel out every other bad decision you are making. It just adds one more to the list. You are not tactical. You are a liability with pockets. Number 10 is those $15 earpiece helmet intercoms. Bluetooth communication for the price of a burrito. It screams pairing mode every time you breathe. The connection drops if you blink too hard. The microphone picks up more wind than your actual voice. Nothing is audible over 40 miles per hour except robotic distortion and static. It is like trying to FaceTime using a potato during a hurricane. The battery life is advertised as 8 hours, dead in 12 minutes. You are left stranded mid-call with your riding buddy, missing turn cues, and ending up in different zip codes. You ignore traffic updates when your gear goes silent. You miss the warning about the accident ahead. You cannot coordinate gas stops. Good communication systems have noise cancellation, real microphone quality, wind filtering, long battery life, and reliable range. They cost more because they actually function. This $15 gadget is not a deal, it is a liability. Failed communication mid-ride is not just annoying, it is dangerous. You are making decisions based on silence instead of information. Your riding group splits up because nobody can hear the route changes. You end up solo on unfamiliar roads because you saved $40 on equipment that actually matters. Number 11 is fake GoPro helmet mounts from eBay. $2 knockoffs in a Ziploc bag shipped from Shenzhen. The adhesive is complete garbage. It peels off in warm sunlight, or when you sneeze near it. You hit a bump at 70 miles per hour, and your action camera becomes roadkill bouncing down the highway. But that is not even the dangerous part. These mounts snag your helmet mid-turn. They crack the chin bar like an egg. The mount itself flexes and wobbles and cracks when you breathe near it. In a crash, instead of shearing off cleanly like real mounts are designed to do, it rips a hole through your helmet shell. Best case scenario, you lose your footage and your expensive camera. Worst case, you have a broken jaw on the asphalt, with zero insurance coverage because you mounted unauthorized equipment to your safety gear. It is a plastic time bomb attached to your face. Your face is worth more than a lunch sandwich. Act like it. You do not need the most expensive gear on the market. You just need real gear. Certified, tested, built to actually take a hit. Every fake, flashy, flimsy item on this list exists because someone fell for marketing. or convince themselves they would not crash. If you ride long enough, you will crash. Burn those skeleton gloves. Sell that fake modular helmet. Ask yourself one question about every piece of gear. Would I trust this to save my bones at 60 miles per hour? If the answer is not a loud, confident yes, do not buy it. Subscribe for more gear wisdom. In Bike Truths, your buddies are too nice to say.